Hello, I'm on episode number 351, I believe, of the TEW 2020 Challenge Run. This is going to be SmackDown for Friday, week 1, April 2023. And, in layman's terms, this is the go-home show for WrestleMania 39 in Tampa. And, yeah, I've got a lot of face-to-faces tonight. Brock Lesnar's here, John Cena's here, Cody Rhodes, Seth Rollins, and Roman Reigns are all here. Daniel Bryan's going to take on Bronson Reed, and yes, that's pretty much all. And a couple of other big segments. Candice LeRae and Bayley, of course, face to face one last time. Not any further ado, though. Let's jump straight into this go home show. Cold open, like we get the fucking then now forever thing, and then we immediately just cut out, and Warden and Brock Lesnar are already brawling on the ramp, with the implication being that Brock was going to come out to open the show, and Warden jumped him on the way down, and now we're already brawling before the show kicks off. They're just fighting, exchanging back and forths, and there's already about 1 million security guards out there. And Brock again, he tries to German suplexes Warden on the floor on the outside, and he goes, "What you doing, boy? What you doing, boy? Get up!" And they brawl around ringside, and Brock he goes to clear the announce table off. He probably goes low on Warden again. And then Warden's in trouble. And Brock Lesnar clears the announce table off. He rips the monitors off. And he's going to F5 Warden through the announce table once again. But as he gets up on his shoulders, Warden slips down the back and does he doesn't powerbomb him. He does a one-handed spine buster on Brock. Slams Brock through the table. The table explodes. Big pop. Security's trying to get Warden off. And Warden's going to go, "Oh, do you respect me now, Lesnar, huh? You respect me now? Huh?" I can't remember what night they're on. I've got all the nights written down, but I can't remember what fucking night this match is on. But he'd say either one tomorrow night or 2 nights. It all comes to a head. The Beast and the Warden, the War Dog, 1-on-1 at WrestleMania. And it's safe to say that Warden might have earned the respect of Brock Lesnar over these last few weeks. And it's all going to boil over in Tampa. I imagine this show is actually in Tampa. It's not, because I forgot to change it, so it's still in the fucking SNHU arena like it is every single week. But yeah, I imagine, obviously thematically, they'd already be in Tampa. But yes, Warden slamming the Beast through the table. An explosive start to tonight's episode of SmackDown. And I imagine then that we go from that to either commercial, and then we get back to action, and the first match of the night gets a 90. And it sees Bronson Reed defeat Daniel Bryan in 13 minutes 54 seconds with the Tsunami. So, the thick boy here, Bronson, looking like the most powerful threat in this match, because he beat Cesaro, and now he's beaten Daniel Bryan. And I think one of them already beat Ricochet. So yeah, it's, like I said, this match is being built on them having bangers on weekly television. I think every single match has got a blue rating. So, to say I've got high hopes for this tag match at WrestleMania would be an understatement. I don't quite think it's going to be a 100, but it should be in the 90s somewhere. 95 for Bryan, 80 for Bronson Reed. And yes, the thick boy picks up another emphatic win on their road to WrestleMania. After the match, though, I imagine Bryan gets to his feet. Ricochet's there with Bronson Reed, Cesaro's there with Bryan, and then the two teams just sort of shake hands. Made the best team win at WrestleMania. Ricochet and Bronson Reed hold the tag titles up high. I can tell you this one is going to be tomorrow night. This is a night 1 match, because it was originally going to be the opening match to the entire event. This was going to open up night 1, and then night 2 was going to open with the ladder match. But when Tozawa went down, I had to swap the IC title match to be on a different night to the Raw tag title match. I had to swap it with the US title match. So now the US title match is on night 2, the IC title ladder match is on night 1, and I like to open up with the ladder match. So the IC title ladder match will open up night 1. So this will not be the opening match of the show anymore. But that was where I originally planned to have that. That's just a fun thing. I'm pulling back the curtain on for no reason, because it's not happening anymore. But it will still definitely be on night 1, because night 2's got to have the other circus match, because we're not putting them both on the same night. We then see Seth. He's arriving, pulling up in his Fiat 500, which he doesn't actually have. It's just become a running bit in this series from one episode where I like photoshopped it in. And it's how good. You know, where's Big Dog? You know, Big Dog's gonna be here tonight. Cody, where's Cody? He's gonna be here tonight. Well, guess what? I got my boys here back up, so there ain't nothing you can do to get the jump on me. Because tonight, me, Cody, Roman, we're gonna do it one last time before WrestleMania. But then, from behind, Solo and Jacob Fatu were jumped by the Usos. The Usos, like, brawl off with Jacob Fatu and Solo Sikoa in the parking lot. So, more brawling. The securities have just about got Warden and Brock Lesnar apart. And now they've already got to try and stop more fighting. And I'm sure this won't be the last fight they've got to stop tonight. You know, people getting their frustrations out before WrestleMania. The Usos jumping Jacob Fatu and Solo Sikoa in the parking lot. And then Seth, like, he's in the building. And then the Samoans are brawling outside and they're getting banished from the building. So now we do know it will just be Seth, Cody, and Roman in that final segment. There'll be no Usos, no Solo, no Jacob. 70 rated match. The final member of the Hurt Business that LA Knight's going to wrestle is Damon Kemp, obviously. And thanks to shenanigans from MVP, Damon Kemp actually beats LA Knight. 8 minutes, 10 seconds. Not by submission, just by pinfall. Yeah, thanks to MVP distraction. 42 for Damon Kemp, 81 for LA Knight. You know, this felt like the right result to do. Damon Kemp hasn't really got a big win recently. He's barely wrestled recently, to be honest, but he's here. And he's got a big win here tonight against LA Knight, ahead of LA Knight's match with Bobby Lashley on the kickoff show of Night 2 of WrestleMania. We then get an interview with Matt Riddle. And Kayla says, Riddle, you know, in 2 nights' time, 48 hours' time, you and Swerve finally gonna settle the score, you know, friends turned enemies, Hit Bro implodes. You know, what's going through your mind right now? And Riddle goes, look, bro, like, I don't know what's going on, bro. Like, I may be a bit oblivious to things at times, bro, but I ain't stupid, bro. Like, Top Dollar, bro, me and him were bros. But last week he came to me and asked me, like, why am I saying stuff behind his back? Bro, I ain't doing any of that, bro. If I got a problem with people, I say it to their damn face, bro. I ain't scared of any consequences, bro. So, I know that bro Swerve is getting in their heads because he knows that the Hip Bro boys like me more than they like him, bro. That's just the way it is, bro. I can't blame them, honestly, because Swerve turned into a bit of an asshole recently, bro. And then Ashanti walks in, just Ashanti. And he goes, Matt, you know, so Swerve and Dollar sort of been a bit of a confusing situation here, but Ashanti, the Adonis Lee, sees through your crap, okay? Because you're trying to play the nice guy, you're trying to play holier than thou. And don't get me wrong, we were bros, but Swerve's my G. So if you got a problem with him, you got a problem with me. And tonight, you faced Dollar last week. Why don't you step up to the Adonis? And Riddle goes, well, I've got nothing else to do, bro. That sounds good to me, bro. Let's get it going, bro. So yeah, Matt Riddle and Ashanti later on tonight. They then get into the ring. Candice LeRae comes down. And she says, whoa, well, I thought that I had Roxy and AJ, you know, as backup. You know, assuming that I thought Bayley was going to have Dakota and Cora by her side here tonight. But last week didn't go so well for our champion. You know? Well, they lost the six-woman tag team match to us. And then it all sort of fell apart. The cracks in the damage control armor are starting to show. And just one day before I take Bayley's championship at WrestleMania, that's not good timing, Bayley. So why'd you come out here and we finally get it all out before tomorrow night? And I promise you, Pierce, there'll be no brawling. No more. You can tell the security guards to relax. I just want to speak to Bayley, woman to woman. Out comes Bayley alone. And she's looking a bit weird. She's got her belt, she's holding her belt, she's got like a hood up. And she's just looking rough, really. And she goes, Candice, thank you so much for inviting me out here. You know, there's one thing I really do have to say. Like, you and me, you know, we were friends, you know. We saw eye to eye, Candice, so I trust you to, of all people, to understand and empathize with me. I'm not feeling too good right now. You know, a couple of weeks ago I was on top of the world. I was a SmackDown Women's Champion. Had my friends by my side, but now they're gone, Candice. I don't know what to do. And it's helped me reflect and realize that maybe I've been doing this the whole wrong way. Maybe me and you don't have to have this match at WrestleMania. Maybe I apologize. I'll buy your son all these new toys, but please, I'm not ready. I'm not feeling up to it. And Candice sort of just looks confused. She's like, I mean, we're a day away from the main event of WrestleMania, baby. Are you trying to pull out now? Baby goes, no, it's not that. It's just, you know, I gotta get in the right headspace. I want to let you know that if you win at WrestleMania, you're not beating a sane Bayley, and me and you know, I never stopped loving you. I never stopped being your friend. Come on. Hug me. And Candice is like, well, why would I do that? She goes, I just want, you know, may the best woman win at WrestleMania. Because I've really seen the light. And Candice, you know, you're a great girl. You're a great woman. Great mom. So I know you, of all people, can relate, and you can take with you this one important lesson from our face-to-face here today. And he sort of like puts a hand on Candice's shoulder, and she goes, you know, it's always important to be careful who you trust and who you believe to have your back, because you never know when it could all be a trick. And Candice goes, sure, yeah, I mean, I get that. And then bang! She's kicked in the side of the head by Dakota Kai. And all of a sudden, Bayley's expression changes. She starts giggling. She takes her hoodie off, damage control shirt. Cora Jade slides in, and all three of them beat up Cora, or Candice even. And Bayley goes, huh? You thought I was stupid, huh? Huh? You thought you could beat me? You thought I'd be by myself? Listen here, Candice. Okay. I played on your insecurities, and that lets me know you're not ready for this. You say that you got me to the main event of WrestleMania all by yourself by winning the Royal Rumble and you picking me. No, I'm the one who's ready for this. You're nothing. And once I put you down tomorrow night, you'll always be nothing. Because my girls have my back and you're out here all alone. Because you just don't have it, Candice. So you're welcome for the spotlight. But your fairy tale ending comes tomorrow when I break your heart in front of your family and your husband and even your son. And damage control remains in control. And she sort of picked Cora and Dakota hand Candice to Bayley, and she lays her out with that rose plant. Bayley picks the belt up, holds the belt high. Cora and Dakota are both lifting an arm in the air. And those damn bitches, it was all a ruse. And they're going into WrestleMania seemingly more stronger and more bonded than ever. Speaking of WrestleMania, Fallon, Henley, Hams, Morgan, Otis, and Brooks. She goes, oh, you know, big nights for us. You know, tomorrow night, the WrestleMania Women's Battle Royal, and myself, Hammy, you're going to be in there. Morgan, you're going to be in there. You know, big night. But tonight I've got to face Utami, and Utami's had a bit of a weird going. You know, she's sort of got a point to prove against Bianca Belair right now. And then Morgan goes, well, you have to get the boys here. The boys here in the Andre Battle Royal on Sunday. And me and Hammy are teaming with those tonight against Who the fuck is it? It's like a Andre Battle Royal and Women's Battle Royal, like 8-person tag showcase match. I think it's Amory, Kelsey, Idris, and Malik. I think that's the team against Hams, Morgan, Otis, and Brooks. And Morgan's like, well, when we win that, and then we win the Battle Royals, then it'll be time to celebrate. The only way we know how. Good luck out there, Fallon. I'm sure you'll impress the world tonight. And she's like, thanks. Oh. 80. Ashanti the Adonis hangs with Matt Riddle. But Matt Riddle does beat him. Yeah. 8:31 guillotine choke. 84 for Matt Riddle, 74 for Ashanti the Adonis. And yeah, Riddle wins. He celebrates his win, and on the Titantron we get Swerve. He goes, Riddle, bro, up here, bro. And he's like standing outside Raymond James Stadium. And he goes, would you look at that? 2 nights, Riddle, you know where that is? That's your downfall. That's the stadium where your desire to become the United States champion meets its bitter end at the hands of me. Okay? Now look. Top dollar, Ashanti, B-Fab. They're my hit row brethren, but they're their own peeps. You know? If they want to stay by your side, if they want to stay by my side, that's their prerogative. But I always hated you. I never made no mistake about it. There was never a hit, bro. And now, you pulled the trigger. You pulled the trigger, and you ended things between us. But that's fine. That's cool. No issues with me here. I'm better off without you anyway, as you can tell, because I'm the United States champion. But, I did keep this whole time. And he holds up one of the Hit Bro shirts. And he goes, wow, Hit Bro World Tour. This really meant a lot to you, Riddle, didn't it? This was your life's work. And now, just like your career in 48 hours' time, it's going right where it belongs. Then he drops it, and it pans down, there's a trash can beneath him. And he goes, because I, the realist Swerve Scott, Swerve Scott, are gonna burn you to the ground. And he lights a match, drops it in the can. The can catches fire, burning the Hit Bro shirt inside as Swerve just sort of walks off chuckling. Now, he doesn't walk off, actually. I imagine the more sinister, evil visual would be like you can just see the fire coming up from the bottom of the screen, but Swerve just looking down at it, like giggling, chuckling to himself. And then in the reflection in his sunglasses, you can see the fire burning. That seems like an evil villain camera shot. And Matt Riddle just in the ring, looking heartbroken. How could he do this to Hit Bro? The story of Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn, part 3. This one, story time of Adam Cole, baby. Adam Cole's narrating it. And has now become to the final chapter. The final chapter in the life of Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. Reuniting, it felt so good. And then, my friends, it all took a turn when they both went their separate ways. Sami, had a bit of a weird crisis in his life. He started becoming this conspiring artist, thinking the whole world was against him, until he became that lovable hero once again, and then he got manipulated. I'm starting to learn a lesson about Sami Zayn here today. And Kevin, still the same asshole that he's always been. Using anybody he can get his hands to benefit only himself, including Sami Zayn, and including Adam Cole, baby. Because when I needed Kevin Owens the most, he left me. He left me high and dry. But no matter, because I thought that my best friend leaving me would be leaving Adam Cole, baby, on an island with nothing to do. But turns out, I didn't need him. He was using me to get himself in the spotlight. I bring the spotlight to Bobby Roode. I bring the spotlight to the Fritz brothers. Kevin Owens eats up that spotlight. So Sami, you're a better man than I am for taking him back. Because sooner or later you're going to get stabbed in the back again, because that is what Kevin Owens does. And that will come shortly after WrestleMania, when the Paragon, Bobby Roode, and Adam Cole puts you two down, baby, and you disappoint Kevin Owens once again. And then, Sammy, you'll be left all alone, with nobody to turn to. But hey, but turning me down was the right decision, right? Okay? You know, I just had your back. I was there to watch out for you. I was there to warn you about the best friend you were so quick to forgive. I had your best intentions at heart. I was the one who could help you, Sammy. But you had to do what was right. What you thought was right. And that's stop the Paragon. Well, you're wrong. Because Kevin Owens is the cancer. And Adam Cole, baby, is the cure. And at WrestleMania, you will experience what everyone else here on SmackDown has experienced. That there's only one true Paragon. End of story. Baby. Mello and Trick make their way out to the ring. I come out, he's like, well, what is it, Trick, 48 hours? Huh? 48 hours, me and John Cena put Boston on the map. Boston ain't never seen a wrestling match this big. Okay? Well, here's the thing. Last week, we caused a bit of a stir, Tricky, he put the Doctor of Thugonomics to shame. And then Tricky's like, that's right, Mello. Bout it, nomics, Trickonomics, worldwide. Mello goes, easy, Tricky, easy. Now, John Cena, the greatest of all time, the GOAT. I hear he's back here tonight. And last week I made my intentions very clear. John, you can say whatever fruity pebble ass licking shirt you've got for this Sunday. But I want the Doctor. I want the badass motherfucker who didn't say no. I want him to storm his way down the ring. I want him to spit hot fire with Mello, with Tricky, and prove to the world why he got to the top of WWE and stayed there. Because that's the guy I need to be.
So, you think you're untouchable?
Word life. This is basic thugonomics. This is basic thugonomics. Word life.
Out comes the Doctor of Thug. Mello just laughed at Tricky. He goes, look who it is. It's the Doctor. And Tricky goes, that's right, Mello. Look at this bum. Tricky did this whole thing last week, and Tricky put this guy to shame. Okay, you want to come here, spitting hot fire with Tricky Willie? You're looking at the hot new rapper on the scene. Look it up. Good looking wrestler, Trick Williams, right now on the YouTube. And then John Cena goes, boys, you're coming out here calling out the chain gang. And then he sort of just stops. And he takes his hat off. He starts rubbing his head and he goes... He just tosses the hat to the floor and he goes... I can't do it. I tried. Mello, I tried to humor you. To be the guy you wanted me to be. But then I sat there and thought, do I want to be the guy you want me to be? Or do I want to be the guy that they want me to be? And sure, there's probably a lot of them out there right now that are booing that statement and saying, no, John Cena, we want the Doctor of Thugonomics. I get it. That's how I made a name for myself in this business before I was on the verge of losing my job. Mello, you never got those hard times. So you've got to pretend to relate to me. Because your rise and my rise are a little bit different. You were picked out as a pillar of NXT. You were one of the guys that was going to be built the entire developmental brand around. I never got that, you see. I was, at best, the fourth hottest prospect in my class. I was called up, not a plan in sight. That's why I did what I did. So you can come out here, you can mimic the Doctor of Thugonomics for all I want. Keep it, okay? That's my past. I'm not ashamed of my past. But I'm looking at the here and the now. And I'm looking at the future. Right in front of my eyes. So Melo. WrestleMania. I said this before. Back in Boston. I'll say it again now. It's do or die for you. You know? How many names in the past have challenged John Cena to a match and lost? Okay? And you, Carmelo Hayes, the man with all the hype, Mr. Money in the Bank, future world champion. If you lose, where do you go? I mean, sure, you've got that case, but if you lose to me and then cash that in, become the world champion, no one will take you seriously. Because you lost. But this is your one shot. Okay? And you fired that shot, and at WrestleMania, I'll return it. So if you want to prove that you really are the best, and that you don't miss, and that you are him, you don't need to speak to the Doctor of Thugonomics. You need to speak to the champ. The 16-time world champion. You need to speak to the John Cena. And Melo goes, "You're done. Okay, John, okay. You know, here's the thing between you and me. You know, you keep mentioning all these names in the past that step up to John Cena and lose. I ain't gonna worry about a damn thing. Like you said, I fired my shot. Read the shirt. Melo don't miss. So when that shot's fired, John, you best believe it's collateral. So at WrestleMania, you bring your washed up, bald-headed ass to that ring. See if you can still hang with the best of this generation. Because you are the GOAT. You were that guy. You were him. But I am him. And at WrestleMania, I'ma prove I always will be him." And then Tricky tries to slide in and attack John Cena with a clothesline. But then John Cena scoops Trick onto his shoulders, gives Trick an AA. And then him and Carmelo Hayes have a face-off. Melo sort of looks down at Tricky and looks up at John Cena. John Cena goes, "You can't see me." And then he turns around to go and leave. Melo twats him in the back of the head with the Money in the Bank briefcase. And John Cena falls to the outside. And then Carmelo Hayes sort of looks down and goes, "Huh? You didn't see that one coming, John, did you? Huh? Okay." And Cena's, he gets back up to his feet. Like, I don't imagine like the shot lays him out. Like, it just, he hits him in the back of the head, he stumbles through the ropes, but lands on his feet. And he's just sort of holding the back of his head. He looks up at Carmelo Hayes. And he goes, Alright. Let's see what you're all about. Sunday night. I believe it's Sunday. I don't believe it's Saturday. We'll see what you're all about, kid. I wish you luck. Because you're going to need it. You're stepping in the ring with John Cena at WrestleMania. And then get a backstage segment. Cammy and Io just sort of standing around backstage. And Cammy's there going, "We're just 48 hours away from WrestleMania. Pirate Mania, you know. When Pirate Mania was first announced. All the way back in 2019, 4 years ago. All everyone could talk about was, oh my god, Kyrie. Kyrie, the pirate ship, and you know, the pirate entrance. This is her night. This is her stage. But so much has changed between now and then. Because now, it's not Kyrie's stage. This match isn't about Kyrie. Kyrie's had her time. It's been and gone. At WrestleMania, the greatest women's wrestler on the planet, the greatest women's wrestler of all time, steps into the ring at WrestleMania, makes her return to the ring after tragically missing 10 months of action. And the Pirate Princess, the one who this show was all about, who had all the hype all those years ago, will be but a footnote in the show's history. And then we see Mandy and JC walk in. She's like, "Oh, excuse me. It's like, hi, sorry, like, we may have gone off on the wrong foot a couple of weeks ago, like, like I said, you know, like, I totally get it. I totally get why you'd still be angry. But, like, you know, my bad. You know, we'll try a little bit less hard next time, but this isn't about you and me. This is about me tonight. I've got a match with Kyrie. And I just want you to know that this doesn't have to be a match at WrestleMania, because if you want to work with us and team together, we can put Kyrie on the shelf for 10 months. And Io just sort of glares at Mandy and JC. And Mandy goes, do we have a deal? Just still staring with a shit-eating grin on her face. And Io just sort of gets in her face and just goes, I don't like you. And walks off. And Mandy just goes, Fine, I'll do it anyway. I'll take Kyrie out all by myself. Oh, Utami, I think that's gonna keep her. She's gonna still be allowed to wrestle. It's fine. Doesn't sound like an injury that will keep her out. But Fallon Henley and Utami go hard, I guess, for 5 minutes, and Utami wins. You know, she's working a little bit stiffer recently after Bianca Belair showed her up. And she just beats the fuck out of Fallon Henley in 4 minutes 33. 83 for Utami, 46 for Fallon. I imagine the match got, you know, bumped down for the injury. But yeah, Utami picks up the win here tonight and heads into WrestleMania full head of steam. That's actually kind of funny, because now when I do the entrances, like, for WrestleMania, she might have to, like, have, like, a face mask or something to cover that up, but I think that would just be cool. But then after the match, Bianca Belair storms down to the ring. And she gets into the ring and Utami sort of just smiles at her. And looks up at the points of the WrestleMania sign. And Bianca looks at it as well. She smiles, offers her hand out to Utami. And Utami looks at it, shakes the hand, and then goes to leave. But Bianca, like, still holds on as Utami goes to leave. Then she turns around. Bianca fucking whips her with her braid and then lays her out with the KOD. And she's like, huh, bitch? You want to show me up on my show? I'ma prove why I'm the franchise player in this goddamn division, not you. Neutral playing field at WrestleMania Tampa. No Raw, no SmackDown, but I'ma put my brand on the map because I'm the EST, and I'ma be the franchise player. So finally, there's been still a lot of respect there, you know, because they still did shake hands. So I really wanted to get the point across that, like, this isn't heel versus face at all. Well, I actually imagine it is. Like, if brand loyalty meant more in WWE, like, say if this was, like, WWE versus AEW in real life, when the AEW fans would cheer for the AEW guys and the WWE guys would cheer for the WWE guys. That sort of dynamic. But, like, that doesn't exist between Raw and SmackDown in real life. That's just, like, a thing that the games always seem to make up. And the company for Survivor Series. But, like, that's how I imagine, like, that's the dynamic here, is that Bianca is the face on Raw and Utami's the heel when they're on Raw, because that's Bianca's show, and then when they're on SmackDown, Utami's the face and Bianca's the heel. But in reality, it's still two baby faces. But they're getting angry at each other and working a lot stiffer because they're getting pissed off. Okay? Just so we're all on the same wavelength here. We then see Keith Lee in Gorilla, and he goes, where on earth is Mr. Breaker? And then Braun sort of walks in, he's lifting weights, and Keith goes, what are you doing? We got a match. And I goes, sorry Keith, I've gotta stay in tip-top shape. He goes, Bronson, this isn't like you. And he goes, Bronson, who told you to stop? And then Scott Steiner walks in, and he goes, what you doing, huh? Gotta be in the best shape tonight for this tag team match, huh? WrestleMania's 2 days away. You gotta be in that battle royal. You're gonna win that battle royal, huh? You gotta eliminate anybody from that battle royal, including your fat ass son of a bitch of a tag team partner. And Keith goes, listen, Mr. Steiner, relax. Me and Mr. Breaker have been teaming for the last few months. We've got it all under control. Scott goes, do ya? Huh? Because the big bad bully daddy's got it under control. He knows that there's 40 people in this battle royal, and if you do the math, your drastic win and drastic go down every single time another man gets eliminated, and you're still in that match. And Keith goes, what? He goes, never mind. What I'm saying is, my nephew here is going all the damn way, and we don't want anybody standing in his way. What have you got to gain from being a partner of Bronson, huh? And Keith goes, becoming tag team champion? And Scott goes, huh? Tag team champion? My ass, tag team champion. You're in this for your own personal gain, Keith. Huh? And Bronson, he's had enough of it. And Bron goes, Scott, go wait in the locker room, okay? Ahead of this tag title match. And he goes, okay, you got it. Okay, watch your back, Braun. This guy's shady. And Keith goes, what's his problem? And he goes, I don't know, he's trying to whip me into shape, I guess, but I'm already in pretty good shape, you can see. Keith goes, yes, but tonight is not about the Steiners, tonight is about the Limit Breakers, and we're gonna get that momentum ahead of WrestleMania, because that Andre the Giant Memorial Trophy has one of our names on it. 70 rated match. It's the GYV against the Limit Breakers. It only gets a 70 for some reason. No idea why. Apparently there's a lack of psychology, okay. But Keith pinched Jagger with the Power Slam in 7:14. 82 for Keith, 80 for Braun, 78 for Rip, and a 66 for Jagger. And yeah, the Limit Breakers pick up a win 2 days before WrestleMania, because the Andre Battle Royal is on Sunday. Yes, correct. We then see Damage Control giggling with each other in the back. Because, oh my god, you should have seen it. Like, she totally bought it. Like, she really seemed to think, like, you know, you weren't going to be there to attack her. And she goes like, well, you know, this is why, like, she's not going to stand a chance of us. I mean, she's too gullible. She's too much of a nice girl, okay? The reason why people believed that there was problems here is because that's the sort of thing we do. We'd like to get ahead. And now Candice didn't see that coming. So now we're going into WrestleMania tomorrow night. It's going to be the best night of our damn lives. Cora, she's going to retain her championship against Roxy Perez, you know, bitter ex-friend. You're going to defend your championship against Candice, bitter ex-friend. Yeah, and you're going to beat Asuka. Dakota sort of turns and looks at Bayley. And she's like, yeah, I am. I'm going to beat her. I'm going to beat her real good. Bayley goes, yeah, I believe you, girl. Come on. Chase You, this segment made me laugh when I was booking it in, so it's funny. We see Thea walking through the dorms of Chase You, going into her and Haley's room. And Thea opens the door. Imagine she kicks the door open or some shit because she's so excited. She goes, oh my god, WrestleMania's tomorrow, we've got to pack. And Haley goes, well, I got it. Here's my bag of stuff right here. And Thea goes, where? She goes, there, you know, the suitcase. And Thea goes, you're bringing one suitcase? And Haley goes, I mean, I feel like I overpacked, if anything. And Thea goes, no, okay, this is how you pack. Then they get scared of Thea packing about 8 different suitcases. No, 8's probably overkill. Probably 4 suitcases of stuff that she's taking with her to WrestleMania. And we then get the skit of it ending, and then Haley walking out the dorm with her one suitcase. And then she goes, Thea, come on. And you see Thea struggling to carry 4 suitcases. She goes, I wonder if the boys are ready. Then it pans over to the boys' dorm. And Bodie's there. He's looking at a pair of light underwear, and he goes, do you reckon I could get 2 days out of these? And Shane Reynolds goes, yeah, sling them in. And like, Bodie slings a pair of pants into a carrier bag. And he goes, I don't think I need anything else. And then Bodie goes, well, where's your stuff, Shane? And then Shane Reynolds just picks up a 6-pack of beer and he goes, that's all I need. We good? We're going? And then they leave. Chase You, all fully packed and prepared for WrestleMania. 83, okay. That's surprisingly good. Kyrie versus Mandy Rose. Kyrie beats Mandy in 10-17 by pinfall with an insane elbow. 78 for Kyrie, 72 for Mandy. America's an 83 again. That's really surprisingly high based on those ratings. Then after the match, Kyrie grabs the mic and she goes, EO, coward. And then EO obviously doesn't like that. She storms out onto the ramp. Cammy's there like, no, come on. It's not worth it. You know, you'll beat her ass at WrestleMania. It's not worth even fighting her tonight and engaging in this petty squabble this close to the show. And EO just sort of rolls her eyes and goes, okay. And then as Cammy goes to walk to the back, EO like shoves her to the side and sprints down the ring. tackles Kyrie to the floor, and another brawl kicks off, and more security comes out, and Io gets off Candice, or keep going to Candice, Kyrie, and they're held back, and then Kyrie goes to jump Io, but then Cammy's back in the ring and she jumps on like Kyrie's back, starts clawing at her head, allowing Io to drop kick Kyrie, take her to the floor, hit that big moonsault. I think probably the first time she's hit it since she came back. And then Io stands tall over Kyrie Sane. Another brawl. We then get a pre-tape from... I actually imagine it's like a selfie video from Grayson Waller and The Miz outside Raymond James Stadium. And Miz goes, well, would you look at that? WrestleMania is upon us, and The Miz is not booked for the show. There's been a lot of years where I felt unrecognized for the true star that I am, but this is going overboard. But let it be known, The Miz will create a WrestleMania moment in that stadium in Tampa. And he goes, that's right, lad, The Miz, the goddamn A-list megastar, Grayson Waller, the future A-list megastar. I promise you, there could be a moment you're never going to forget, a moment I'm never going to forget, and a moment The Miz is never going to forget, a moment that will live on in WrestleMania history till the end of time, lad. They'll be playing it like they play Hogan slamming Andre, like they play Edge's spear, all that stuff. You get it? Now you got a reason to actually tune in, because Grayson Waller and The Miz, they can do their thing. '71. I think this is technically the main event of the show, like in-ring wise. But it is the Blue Collar Boys and DKE and their men picking up the win over La French Connection and Double Trouble. And yeah, Otis pins Malik Blade with a World Strongest Slam. 57 for Ham, 72 for Morgan, 49 for Brooks, 74 for Otis, 64 for Kelsey, 59 for Anne-Marie, 48 for both Idris and Malik. So yes, 4 women who will be in the Women's Battle Royal, 4 women who will be in the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. Then after the match, David Mato takes the mic and he goes, no, do not think this is le preview of l'Andre the Giant Battle Royale, because that match will not be lost by La French Connection. We will make Les Français proud when the winner is David Mato. And then from behind, he's grabbed by Andre Chase, and him and Bodie hit that fratliner on David Mato. And Andre hits it back, and he goes, Mr. Mato, at WrestleMania, there's only one man who's going to win that battle royal. His name is Andre. C-H-A-S-E-U. What's that spell? Chase you. Andre Chase, Bodie, Shameless Shane Reynolds, and Thea Hale, after packing, made a stop to SmackDown to lay out David Mato. Also, very fun fact about Bodie Hayward. I made sure I booked him on this show because I wanted to mention this. But Bodie Hayward has a new mentor on the SmackDown roster. Somebody on the SmackDown roster looked at Bodie Hayward and said, yeah, I want to take this guy under my wing as a protege. That person being Roman Reigns. So, we've got a little honorary use sat here in Sheishu. And the more I joke about that, the more I think it actually sounds funny. But, Bodie is Roman Reigns' protege in this game now. So, that is what we call goated. Speaking of Roman Reigns, his is the first theme song to hit for this main event segment. Face to face one final time, heading into WrestleMania, 18 months in the raking. These three men are going to go at it on the mic. Roman's the first man to come out and he goes, Tampa, Florida, acknowledge me. So here we stand, you know. We've had 18 months of this crap and only 48 hours remain. The Tribal Chief, the American Nightmare, and Seth freaking Rollins. Three of the biggest stars of this generation. Well, two of the biggest stars of this generation, and one who is the biggest star of this generation. Now you see, I'm tired of talking, Seth. Cody, get your ass out here, 'cause I got something I need to say to your face.
Wrestling has more than one royal family.
Cody's the next out. And he goes, well, Roman, what do you guys want to talk about? And he goes, 'cause I'll tell you what I want to talk about, Roman. I want to talk about you. You are, as you said, probably the top star in WWE of this generation. The Tribal Chief, the head of the table. You know, as an outsider, when I left, you were still finding yourself. And to come back all these years later and face you at SummerSlam, that really opened my eyes to the wrestler and the star that you'd become. But I knew if I was to come back and achieve my destiny, to fulfill my lifelong goal, my father's lifelong goal, I had to overcome that star. And I would have done it. Unfortunately, I've not had the chance, me and you, to run it back one-on-one since SummerSlam. But we were the final two in the Royal Rumble. And guess who won that one, Roman? Huh? 'Cause you see, Seth Rollins likes to walk around here claiming that when every time that you two step into the ring, you can't win. And that may be true. But Roman, I don't think you can beat me either. And Roman just laughs and goes, what do you want about Cody? You know, you must be some kind of a dumbass out here. Let's just check the facts. Madison Square Garden. Me and you smashed you. You did not leave in my WWE Championship because I smashed you up. SummerSlam. Smashed you up. No Way Out saved your dumbass from wasting your Royal Rumble match. Huh? The only reason you're getting this chance at WrestleMania is because I made it so. I wanted to get myself in the title picture, and by doing so, I saved your ass, Cody. You're welcome for that. And sure, you may have owed me one from War Games, 'cause what a hero the American Nightmare was, coming to the aid of the bloodline. I never asked for your help, I didn't want your help, and I still don't want your help. So at WrestleMania, smashing you up and ruining your dreams once again, that's gonna be good for me. And Cody goes, well, WrestleMania is in 48 hours. I'm down to see Tampa is down to see more fighting. Huh, Roman? So if those are the words that you want to preach, come back 'em up right now. Stop! First of all, you two don't get to come out here and dictate what goes on my show. Last I checked, I'm the WWE champion. I run this yard. Okay? Now, Roman. Oh, Roman. How long has it been? It's gotta be nearly 9 years at this point now since I took that chair to your back. Let it go. It's not my fault that you tried your hardest to become the man. Step out of the shadow of Seth freaking Rollins, because you were the prodigal son. You were the next star. You were the big dog. But I've beaten you to every single punch there's ever been. Now, Cody. Cody, right. Okay, yes. Me and you, King of the Ring. Me and you, Raw, last August. You may have one-upped me twice. But that was Seth Rollins you were dealing with. That ain't Seth freaking Rollins, the WWE champion. That was a Seth Rollins that had his eyes on one thing and one thing only. And that was him. And now I achieved my dream, Cody. The entire reason of my being for the last year was to beat Roman Reigns and take the WWE Championship. I did that, Cody. Did you? Will you, this Sunday, when you step into the ring with Seth freaking Rollins once again? I don't think you will, Cody. Cause you see, my dream was to become the WWE Champion, not yours. You can go piss and cry and crawl back to whatever new company you want to found and leave, because you're not good enough to be at the top. As for you, Roman, you know you can't beat me, so you're not even going to bother trying. And Cody goes, enough of this crap. I'm sick and tired of coming out here every single week and hearing you laugh. Ha 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 ha. It's not funny. This is my livelihood. The entire reason I came back, I had it well made over there. I could have stayed over there, had a nice comfortable living for the rest of my career, but I took the risk because I had unfinished business in this company. And yes, I may have been the son of a WWE Hall of Famer, the brother of a WWE legend, but to say that I was born with a silver spoon in my mouth and I was the one being groomed to be the next star, and that I'm a nepotism? Have you two tried looking in the mirror? Who we got? We got Seth freaking Rollins, hand-picked to be in the Shield. The first name when they said, who do you want from FCW to be in the Shield? The first name down, Seth Rollins, because they saw that in you. The name hand-picked by Triple H to dismantle the Shield, to go on to single success, to win Money in the Bank, to win the WWE Championship in the main event of WrestleMania. Seth freaking Rollins, don't you come out here and pretending that I have everything to lose. I got everything to lose. And Roman Reigns, don't even get me started on you. Congratulations. It took you 8 years of being chosen and forced. You were getting booed out of the goddamn building. And trust me, I know what that sounds like, so I can relate to you. But don't you think you earned this? If there's one person in the entire history of WWE who was handpicked, it was you, Roman Reigns. I may be second generation, I may have the pedigree, but I'm damn sure not the chosen one. But that's just the way Rhodeses do it. And at WrestleMania, I don't have to be handpicked, because I may be in there with two of the biggest stars in WWE today, and I'm not going to let that get me down, because my dream, my destiny runs deep, and at WrestleMania at the end of the night, we're going to hear the words that we've all been waiting to hear. And new WWE Champion, Cody Rhodes. Drops the mic and Cody leaves. No, he probably doesn't leave, actually. Cody's theme plays, and we probably just get the face down of all three men staring at each other. WrestleMania sign hanging in the background. And that's how we go off the air. 88 rated show. pretty good considering that trash-ass main event. And that is the end of the build to WrestleMania. We do have Velocity to get to first, but like Ray and Dom, I might write a video package on that show for that, and like maybe there'll be a cruiserweight trios match. But like other than that, it's just going to be basically filler. There's actually only 3 matches on this show, and chronic lower back pain again doesn't sound like something he can. As long as he can appear in angles, that's all that matters. But Ari Sterling and the Booty Twins beat the Mexicools when Ari wins with a 630 senton. 44 for Hoovy, 38 for Psychosis, 48 for Super Crazy, 40 for Ryan Booty, 53 for Lewis Booty, and a 63 for Ari. And yeah, I'm not sure if that even keeps him out of the ring, but I don't need him to wrestle, I just need him to be able to appear on camera. Because as we get to the post-match, Ari takes a mic, and he goes, "Yarr! Alright, Lee landlubbers, we be 24 hours away from the WrestleMania. And arg, I'm sure you are aware, there be pirate theme for the biggest show of the year this year. And Kyrie, the pirate princess, is on the show, but you thought you could see Pirate Mania without an appearance from Ari Sterling. You be mistaken, landlubbers. See ye at the WrestleMania." So yeah, there's gonna be at least one segment with Ari on WrestleMania. Like I don't quite know what it will be yet, but I know he needs to be there because it's pirate themed. 79, we take those. It's Terminal Velocity, Ty and Toby Marley taking on Roderick Strong and Kyle O'Reilly. Kyle beats Toby with an ankle lock. 70 for Roddy, 93 for Kyle, 71 for Ty, and 55 for Toby. Is Roderick Strong declining or something? I swear he was doing better than this. He is. Okay. Anyway, this is a discussion I'm going to have after WrestleMania. That's going to be a fairly important one. But for now, let's just say I've always liked the Roderick Strong, Kyle O'Reilly version of UE better than Red Dragon, personally. I don't know if that's considered a hot take, but at least in NXT, because I never really watched much of like Prime Red Dragon. But in NXT, I definitely thought Roddy and Kyle were like the better team. So I don't mind keeping them as the duo while Bobby Fish goes off to do fucking stupid Where's the Lie stuff. Because, yeah. But then get a quick recap of the entire Rey Mysterio Dominic Mysterio feud. Aaliyah and Angie not here because I couldn't be asked to call people up in development or just for a recap video. But the important players are here: Ray, Dominic, and Anthony Nese. And the main event is the worst match of the show, 68, but it is the one that has WrestleMania implications. It's the final match of the trios title match, singles matches. It's Lindsay Dorado beating Tristan Ellison with a link salt. 65 for Lindsay and a 65 for Tristan. So 68 is actually better than it should have been, okay? Noted. And that ends Velocity with a 68 rated show. And that ends... No, it wasn't the fucking worst match on the show. The worst match got a 49, Connor. What are you on about? But anyway, that ends the build to WrestleMania. The next time you'll see actual TEW content will be WrestleMania 39 Night 1. But I've got a lot of things I plan to do over WrestleMania week. So, sit back and relax, I guess. Because we're finally here next time. Episode 353. 52? Well, 52 and 53 both, I guess. Will be the season finale. WrestleMania 39 in Tampa. See you then.